Yeah! Welcome everybody to the One Shot Killers podcast. I'm your host, the Hardcore Icon Brand Captain, with your co-host, the King of Stop! Jojo Valvena, sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great, good brother. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We just hit Joe. For some people, we took a little too long. For some people, we're right on course, and for some people, we're moving at a much faster rate than what they thought. We're at 1,098 on YouTube, 700 on TikTok, 3,000 on Instagram. All right, and bro, today is a celebratory day. Today is a day where we thank you, the people, because in less than 3 calendar years, it's only because remember January 5th, 2022. That was the first day. It has been less than 3 full calendar years. As I speak to you, it is only September 15th, 2024. So in a little bit close to 2.5 years, Joe, we have hit 1,098 subscribers.
Seriously, thank you guys. Honestly. But I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna get the torch because I am gonna take a hit because this is I'll be right back.
And I'm gonna turn this fucking music off, even though I kind of like it. Actually, you know what? No. It can stay on while we take the hit. It's kind of a vibe. In fact, I'm gonna start heating my shit up right now. Dummy. Joe, who knew that when you were a little boy, you were gonna be a grown man reviewing other grown men in their underwear?
I'm back.
Yeah!
I'm gonna go to the moon.
Oh, Joe, I've already beat you there, buddy. We got the torch. Let's light it up. Yeah, let's light it. Let's light it.
Like AJ. Right behind you, man. Going for it right now.
Bet. And
turn this fan off. Hold on.
And Joe.
Yes, sir.
But once again, celebration to 1,098. Celebration to all the hard work over the last 2.5 years. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys so much, seriously.
Joe, did you ever think we'd hit this point in under 3 years?
No, I did not. So this is crazy to me, honestly. I was going to keep texting you because they keep going up with the followers. I was like, dang.
Well, here we go, JoJo. Here we go. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Oh, good
That was for you guys.
Good googly moogly.
That was for
God.
You. Gosh.
Yes, sir. We do it all for you. All right. And I wanna be serious for a moment. This means a lot to us. I'm hyping us up right now because proud of what we've done. However, none of what we do is possible without you. And so thank you. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of these opinions are not our real opinions. We are characters to some degree. At least speaking for myself, I try to come on here and portray a character, which sometimes allows me to act like an asshole, which is kind of nice. But
that's what's awesome about being a heel.
You know what I love about all this? It's not It's not the fame. It's not the attention. It's not the subscribers. Even though y'all are very important, thank you. It's there's always been a little kid in me that has loved professional wrestling, bro, since I was knee high. And even though it's not being in the ring, I still get to be a character talking about something I love with somebody I love doing basically color commentary. And so to me, it's one of the greatest things that I think personally could have ever happened. And that, Joe, it definitely doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen without the people watching us. And so they've allowed not only that character, but that dream to come to life. And so as we celebrate 1,098, very close to 1,100 on here, 3,000 on Instagram, and 700 on TikTok, it's just a thank you to you guys because you have allowed me to fulfill this dream. So thank you.
Amen, brother. Like that was beautiful. Seriously. Like,
Thank you, bro. And I want to hear it from you. What does this mean to you?
Honestly, it means everything. Like when the comments even mean stuff. When I see people saying like we mean stuff to them, we help their days out, like all that means everything to me. Like it really does. And when I seen that 1,000, it at first was 1,090, then it went to a 94, then it was 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm like, holy crap! All within like 30 minutes. Like it was.
Joe, and I think it couldn't be done without the love, man. The love, not only the love for what we do, the love for each other, but the love from the people watching. Like, there's too many to name. You all know who you are. There are people, bro, that started watching us or let us on their stuff that at one point you can say is just a fan, but no, they're friends, bro. Then they become family. And it's this kind of relationship that makes it all worth it. And so there's no character attached to what I'm saying right now. This is 100% honest, 100% vulnerable. Thank you. Thank you to each and every person. And it's crazy. And I also have to thank professional wrestling because let's be honest, Joe, this boom period that's happened, it's done a lot of great for us. And we've been here covering it all. We started in January 5th of 2022 on YouTube. Before that, we had been going since 2019 on Spotify.
If you guys want to check us out there.
And, so you can watch some of our original stuff.
But if we were even on the YouTube.
But if you've been here from the beginning, you've watched us grow, and we still got a long way to go. And I think that's the beauty is we're really just beginning. But you've watched us grow in over 2.5 years. And I hope it's something that, we're doing right. And because sometimes, man, I'll kick myself in the ass a little bit because, like I said, it's all fun. It's all character based. None of it is a real opinion. But I'll say some off the wall shit. And then I'm like, bro, one day you're going to regret that. And, but, it's like, I can't regret everything. You know what I mean?
For fun,
it's all for fun at the end of the day. But more than that, you learn something. Maybe it's what not to do again, but shit, you learn something. And that's been my favorite part of this journey, as we've just got to learn and grow. And so, not going to take too much more time on this, but, if 2.5 years we've hit 1,100, I'd like to say that in another 2.5 years that we will double our goal and we will be at over 2,000. And Joe, once again, bro, thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for all your dedication because there's no secret. I cannot do this on my own. And I don't want you to ever think that. You are a major part of this, and I've needed you for every step of it.
Same to you, bro. This is a partnership.
Yes, sir.
Like,
Yes, sir.
We have our moments when we both disagree, but like I said to you earlier, I'd rather disagree most of the time than say the same things and be boring.
See, now I'm going to give you a secret, and I told you this before we went live, and I'll tell this to the people. Because there are some people that really think, man, is this motherfucker out his mind? And to some degree, yes.
Sometimes we mean what we say, but most of the time we're joking.
But like, I'll give you this. This is how you can know if I mean what I say or if I don't. If it's like what got me into wrestling, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 19, Chris Jericho, that match right there. I went to preschool the next day singing "Sexy Boy." And I've been hooked ever since, bro. Like, that's legit. Now, where I would maybe fucking around is, for example, I don't think Charlotte Flair sucks. I think she's one of the greatest. I think she was overpushed, but I don't think she's terrible. And and a lot of the entertainment shit too. Definitely a little bit of a character there. Because a lot of time I actually agree with you, but for the sake of it, I think it's always great to have two different opinions, two different perspectives. So if you're saying something, it's like, okay, well, what's the point if I just go, I agree, I agree, I agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
So
good like that way, though.
Oh yeah, it gets like that at some points because sometimes I just can't hide it. But when I think what makes it more interesting is, wait, what if he's really into the wrestling and I'm really into the entertainment? What if he's into the guys that the fans really like, the internet wrestling fans? I'm like, wait, what if I choose the people that they don't? And you just kind of do that, you just kind of polar opposite it. But that's the beauty, and that's why I think, a lot of times people think, oh, they're just two potheads, they're just wrestling nerds. They don't.
We are potheads and we are nerds, but
well, yeah, but what I mean is we actually have a system, and I don't think people realize that, and that's because unless I'm talking about God or I'm talking about a childhood memory, I don't really speak from the heart too much as I should. And so as we're celebrating what we've done, I also feel like this is a great time to be open and honest with all of you, because you're going to get to see some of the magic behind the podcast. And a lot of that magic goes to one Jojo Valvano. When we first started, I was working at AT&T, and I had a little bit of leeway. So I could do the timers and the videos and get everything ready to go, as well as paying our buddy Dylan to do our intro. I stopped doing it for a while. I need to get back on it. But designing clothing, T-shirts, blankets, and cups, that was originally all mine. But however, as life became more busy, I ended up getting engaged. I ended up switching jobs to where I didn't have the freedom that I did, and everything else in between. Jojo not only was doing his part on the social medias, coming on the podcast, interacting with all of you throughout the day, he took on my responsibility to a point where the only thing I was doing was showing up and paying for the podcast. But Joe was doing all the work, and he's still, and this is where I got to give you credit, doing a lot of the work. And so, and this is something I got to say from the heart. You bust your ass, and I appreciate you. You give your 100% to each and every person who watches us. You give your 100% to me, to this podcast. And Joe, and no one could ever take away your love for this business. No one could ever take your passion away from you for this business. your dedication, your commitment, your love, and your passion speaks volumes. And I want you to know when I truly say this, none of what we've been able to do is possible without you. That's not me kissing your ass. That's the honest truth. And I think people really need to know that because you truly are something special and something wonderful to the internet wrestling community, whether they see that or they don't.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. That means a
Of
lot.
course.
But
And
you do
because
a lot too as well. So I don't do the whole thing. You do. We do our parts. Like
my
I
favorite
get
part is
when things are like tough for you, so that's why I do it. But you do your part too. So it's not all me.
fair, but I got to acknowledge where you've picked up more than I have. But one of my favorite things of doing videos together, it's why I don't do solo videos. Joe can do the solo videos. I feel very weird about it. So I don't do it. I feed off of you. That's another thing. And that's why I try to rile you up so much, is because I feed off the energy that you give them. And so, that's where, like I said, I won't do a video without you because I don't have that energy.
It's not that I want to do it without you. I know I don't want us to get like backed up on it. Like if we miss one day or something like that, I don't want to have to like do double work with shows. That's kind of why I do it. It's not that I really want to do it alone because I don't. But I just want to get that up there because there's times when you're sick or you're not able to make it. So like I just want to be there because I know people are gonna want product or want stuff from our content. So that's why I try to do that. But I'd rather do it us two, truthfully.
That's true, and I love the guests that we've had on throughout this 2.5 years, because each person they bring something different to the table. They bring something different to work with, and getting to see everybody else's platforms go up as well as our own is always incredible. And then you got people like Devin, Jordan, your dad who's in our comments a lot. You got Bobby, you got Lil Fettuccine, you got LJ, you got you got all these wonderful individuals who have been a part of this journey and that are still a part of this journey. It's that, and I think, man, it's not even so much like just to say it. Like I can truly say, I look forward to talking to y'all. In some ways, it feels like you're a family. And oftentimes, I'm always kind of on the go, so I don't ever have time to really talk throughout the day. This is probably the most where I get to be myself, I get to talk, and I get to have a good time is when I'm on here with you guys. So thank you. And I know we've taken up the first 20 minutes of just kind of talking our achievements, thanking you guys, and thanking each other. But that's really the whole part of our success is you guys and us. And where I would like to say that we are all the one shot killers. We all have built this. So thank you. But now, with that said, I got a hit for you guys. And then we're going to go into the real reason we're here today, and that's NXT.
Glorious.
Glorious.
Such a great theme song.
Hey, brothers. Woo! Happy Sunday. God is good. Amen,
Yes,
brother.
amen.
Happy Sunday. See, JoJo, if you'd read that one while I get the stab ready.
Robert Roode was on fire on NXT. He was the new Ric Flair to me. As soon as he went to the WWE, he got dissed so bad. Didn't do anything. I know he wins the U.S. title belt. Was great. I agree in a way. Like NXT, he was great. The minute he hit the main roster, a few months later, it was downhill. Like,
dude, after watching this today, because I'm seeing Bobby Roode in TNA, and after watching this today, This was the Bobby Roode I wanted in WWE, not the Bobby Roode that was with Chad Gable and then the Bobby Roode that was a dirty dog. No, like, bro, I feel like this is why I'm starting to enjoy watching these old NXTs with you. I feel like the fans who primarily watch the main roster, myself, got missed out, bro. I really feel like I fucking missed out.
Yeah, but I'm gonna start the show off, which was Ty Dillinger taking on Eric Young, which I know you didn't really like this match as much, which is fine because it was a solid match. There really was much to it. Like, I know you think they're all jobbers, but
Oh, Joe, I don't just.
you know it. I know.
I don't just think that they're jobbers. I know that they're jobbers. All right, Joe. When I'm telling you, bro, you got Sean Spears. All right, the chairman. All right, or Ty Dillinger or whatever he is. Perfect zero. All right, bro. He was over at the time, and I think that's fair to say. But he was a flash in the pan. All right, because yeah, he was hot for a moment, but that light dimmed out so quick, bro. He never capitalized on any of his true momentum. And oh shit, I just lost this dab. Fuck.
Honestly, Sanity wasn't bad, dude. I loved Sanity.
Sanity was good, but
they ruined him.
The Sanity, bro, once again, main roster treatment. And this is how I first seen Sanity. I knew who Eric Young was because, once again, TNA. But fucking, when they brought Sanity to Friday Night SmackDown, that shit was doo-doo.
You should have watched NXT, bro. I'm telling you, when they were on there, it was so.
Well,
they were.
You gotta remember something, Joe. NXT used to be a game show, and it was fucking awful.
I used to watch it. I know. Trust me.
Oh Jesus, Joe, it was awful, and bro, I could not get behind that shit for anything.
That's where I met Daniel Bryan and Wade Barry.
Well, yeah, that's where you first seen D. Bryan. Now, I will say this: one of the first NXTs, Bryan versus Jericho, was really fucking good. Now, anything else beyond that first season, Joe, you have to be honest, it was ass.
I know. I don't know. A part of me liked it. I know. There's some bad in me.
So I stopped watching, and so I didn't know that NXT had become a legitimate wrestling brand. I thought it was that dumb little show with pros and rookies. And so when NXT came to the USA Network in 2020, that's when I started watching it. And then I was like, oh shit, this is actually a legit company. And then
great.
Next thing you know, they go to NXT 2.0.
Yeah. Honestly, though, the match was fine for me. Like, Eric Young should have not won, if I'm being honest. I love Sanity, but I was behind the perfect 10. But Eric won Young with a cool little finisher. He did like a barrel wheel thing like that, and flipped him into like a freaking cutter.
Now, Joe, cool. I personally feel like that Ty Dillinger, he had too much momentum at the time. Because, bro, he's honestly not that good.
He's solid. I enjoyed Ty Dillinger. Sean Spears, I don't know about that. But Ty Dillinger was good. I know it's the same person. But
Sean Spears and Ty Dillinger are basically the same character.
Yeah, but Ty was a little bit better, and he had more over. He was more over. Like, Sean was over in AEW, but then they did nothing with him.
Well, after he hit Cody in the head with the chair the wrong way, they stopped using him.
I guess, but I was happy when he
Do you remember that, by the way? Do you remember that chair shot to the head?
Yeah, that shit hurt.
And, bro, he hit him with the hard part of the chair, the lip.
Oh,
and so, I mean, Sean Spears, he died out in AEW. He died out in WWE. And I haven't really seen him too much on the new NXT. So I don't know, Joe. When I look at Sean Spears or Ty Dillinger, I just see a career that's like a big what if.
So you just see Stan that Shawn Michaels kicked in the face.
Yeah.
What's your name? Stan. I just kicked Stan.
Bro, you know what? Stan's a little bastard. You remember him on South Park? So, of course, he grew up to get kicked in the face.
No, but do you remember that? Like, as kids?
Yes.
This dude gets super kicked, and Triple H was like, I don't know if that's controversial, but it is funny.
And, bro, it's kind of crazy. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of extras, like when there's security guards and shit.
Bobby.
And I go back and watch it and see them, like LA Knight and fucking.
Oh my.
Do you remember at WrestleMania 29 when the hands come up in Undertaker's entrance?
That was Alexa Bliss.
Xavier Woods.
No, that was for WrestleMania 30 for Triple H, I think. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, and Sasha.
Oh, yeah, you're talking Triple H's entrance. I'm talking Undertaker's. When the hands come up from the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know who those were.
Those were the NXT guys at the time, like when Woods was in NXT and shit.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. We got to look more into that because I'm sure there's tons of them. Bobby Roode was a security guard in like the 2000s. Like, MJF was a security guard, bro. I seen him when I watched that NXT live, and I said in my head I could see that dude being something, just joking around.
And look,
5-6 years later.
And bro, I think even Dean Ambrose wrestled in WWE in the early 2000s.
He had pink hair, I think.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about Andrade and Roddy Strong? Because I thought this was great.
No, bro, Andrade versus Roderick Strong was really fucking good. Like, bro, I hate to say that AEW dropped the ball, but this is another match where we could have had it.
Yeah, in AEW, yeah, true. But
back then, bro, but back then, this is kind of what I honestly feel about Andrade. I think he's one of the best in the world. I think that, honestly, bro, he needs a manager like a Zelina Vega or some sorts. But honestly, other than his talking ability, his wrestling speaks volumes. And Roderick Strong, never fucking great professional wrestler. And fucking, so I'm not even surprised, bro, when I tell you this was really fucking good.
This would have started the show off if I was booking it. If I'm being honest, this was the match that should have started the show off, getting you excited.
That would have been a much better start.
Like I said, Eric and Ty were bad, but it just wasn't something I would open up with. It would have been Andrade and Roddy. Those two guys worked so great together in this match, bro. Excellent stuff. Roddy was flying around. Andrade looked awesome. This was young Andrade at the time.
And, bro, that motherfucker can go. And he had a bit of a different name, though.
Yeah,
Andrade Cien Almas.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I like Andrade El
Idolo.
Yeah, that one better. I know we can't say it now because that's when he was in AEW. But that's the name I like. Even though I say Andrade, I don't really say anything else. I just say Andrade. But solid match. I did really enjoy this.
Oh, absolutely. And what did you think of Seth Rollins calling out Triple H afterwards?
I marked out for this, bro. When Seth, like they were talking, Corey Graves was on the commentary at the time, which I love Corey Graves. But they were talking, and literally somebody, I'm looking into the freaking, by the ring, and I just see somebody in a hoodie come through, grab the mic, and he's like, "This is called takeover, right? I'm taking this son bitch over."
What?
Loved it, bro. And then he says, "I know you're back there, Triple H. Get your ass out here. Fight me. Fight me."
And bro,
the San Antonio crowd was going crazy.
And I thought that was a fucking, just a great fucking promo. I didn't even know that happened leading into WrestleMania.
I loved how they added this on the show. And then Triple H came out and
now
security.
Even though I was not watching NXT at the time, I think everybody knows what happens in the next match. DIY versus the Authors of Pain.
This was a great match.
Which, first off, bro, the Authors of Pain are a lot better in NXT than they are on the main roster.
1,000 times better, bro. It's like they can actually wrestle on this show, and then
Yeah,
the main roster, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's weird,
and
but here they look great against one of the best teams.
and
DIY, like this was awesome.
and bro, fucking, you got Tommaso Ciampa German suplexing both men across the fucking ring like they're nothing, and then Razor was trying to fight out of Ciampa's submission hold, bro. And then and then he slammed him on the Johnny Gargano and power bombed them both.
Love when they do that, bro. I love their finisher too. One dude goes like this, and the other one just clotheslines that dude. Literally clothesline Gargano.
Like fucking trying to take his fucking skull off.
Yeah, and then like that. Honestly, I love DIY. One of my favorite units. One of my favorite teams.
But bro, this tag team breakup was one of the greatest fucking moments of NXT history.
Oh, it was.
And bro, when you see him just get rammed into the fucking stage, and that place just like fucking, they go from hugging and the place is clapping and cheering to what the fuck?
This is my time. That's what he said to him at the second, and Johnny's like, what?
Whoa, fuck!
Like, that's probably, I'm going to say this right now. I don't care what people say. This is the greatest NXT feud ever. These two guys, two best friends, real life best friends.
I agree, but the ending to the feud sucked because injury or something else always got involved.
I'm talking about the first time, like their first major feud.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, after they shouldn't have done it again. I wouldn't have redid it like a year and a half later. I would have waited, but it is what it is. But this match was excellent, bro. AOP winning, totally fine. They look dominant. The commentary even said it. Dominant they were.
Joe, another match that I didn't care for just because of how predictable it was Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, and Asuka in a Fatal 4-Way Women's title match.
This was the weaker match, even compared to Ty Dillinger and Eric Young, because that match, I didn't know who was going to win. This one, I knew Asuka was not going to lose, and she shouldn't. Love Nikki Cross, love Peyton, love Billie. Neither of those three women should be beating the undefeated Asuka. Like,
exactly.
Amber was the one I wanted to beat her, but she didn't. Amber Moon?
Dude, because it was Charlotte that ended up doing it at 34.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It should have went to Ember Moon because Ember Moon, it was cool when she won the NXT title, but if she would have got the momentum off of defeating Asuka,
I'm happy they gave up the title. Like, I get it. You have to keep her strong. But in the same way, I would have had Amber Moon beat her at that takeover in Brooklyn. I think it was 27. It was 2017 Brooklyn.
Oh, and also Ember Moon, or Athena, whatever you want to call her now. She is the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion. And speaking of championship reigns, real quick, Mercedes Moné, her TBS title reign has been longer than all of her Monday Night Raw Women's Championship reigns.
And she deserves it, bro. She is one of the best. And the fact that her reigns were 1 month, except for one, literally her 2019 one is the longest reign. All the other ones are like 4 months altogether. That's sad.
And so she's been holding the title in AEW longer than all those reigns combined.
Athena, it's time to get Athena away from Ring of Honor. I'm glad she's dominated and she made it her show, but now it's time to go to Dynamite and face Mercedes.
I agree, because Athena, to me, even in NXT, I wanted more for her on the main roster. Ring of Honor, she has been the star of the women's division. And, I think, honestly, she's so damn good. She deserves an AEW women's title reign. She deserves to be in that main event spot, like your Mercedes Moné's, your Timeless Toni Storm, so on and so forth.
The last time she was on Dynamite was like her first year, I believe. Like, it's
Yes.
time, bro. It's
Like,
been time.
She got jumped to Ring of Honor very quickly.
And I respect that in a way. I like it, but I thought Ring of Honor would become bigger. That's the only way I accepted it. But it's like not many people watch Ring of Honor, to be honest. So get her away from there. Let her put the title, either lose it or just give it up or something. But she needs to be fighting for the TBS or women's title in 2025. That's like within 3 months. Like, you need to be having her in AEW. Like,
No,
that's just me being straight up.
Oh, absolutely. And Devin, yes, this is another one. The Motor City Machine Guns have signed with the WWE.
NXT. And they're going to be on the CW channel, or on the debut of the CW channel on October 1st, which we'll be reviewing, and I can't wait to see that.
And I heard, and I agree, brother, and I heard Robert Roode is clear about his health, but he wanted to chill for a while. I miss him. I wish he was with TNA Wrestling. And
I didn't hear he was cleared. I thought he was, like, done, like, for good, and he's just... I didn't hear about the clear part. I gotta hear that.
I didn't know he was medically cleared. I know he's a producer now in WWE.
Which he's doing great.
He is, but bro, he deserves a lot more. Can we be honest?
Yes, because we're about to talk about him, brother. The main event, the best part of the whole show is this man.
Dude, this match is one of the greatest NXT title matches I've ever seen. And you got the NXT champion Shinsuke Nakamura defending against Bobby Roode. And, bro, for Bobby Roode being one of the biggest pricks in NXT at the time, he got one hell of a fucking pop when he came out. And, bro...
Because us fans love bad guys.
You know how...
Why, but we do.
You know how people sing along to wrestler songs now?
Yeah.
And it's a thing? You can honestly say the first two wrestlers it really started with was Sami Zayn and Bobby Roode.
Oh, I agree for sure. Shinsuke has a great theme song, bro. At this time, when I watched it over, I was singing to his music. I missed this shit. Why can't we get this Nakamura in WWE? Where is he at?
Bro, Shinsuke Nakamura has not done anything since his big match in Japan. And you think after the hype that it got, after the match, you would have brought him into the main event scene, but they didn't.
That's sad, man. Honestly. Shinsuke, in this match against Bobby Roode, stole the show. Both these guys are great. I didn't know who I wanted to win. Like, I was sitting there like, I know Bobby wins, but it's like,
bro,
I love Shinsuke.
Fucking, you got the flying knees from Shin, spine buster, DDTs.
Beautiful
bro.
DDT, how he does it. Like, he picked this man up and murdered him.
Like, bro, you know one thing that I noticed with Bobby Roode's DDTs? He doesn't just fall. He kind of like gets a good jump, and it looks so beautiful the way the glorious DDTs executed. It's probably one of the best in the business.
Well, when he does it, glorious. When he went face to face with Triple H at Survivor Series, I went crazy that 2017 when all the crowds like tagging Bobby, and both like Triple H every time I seen Bobby Roode, I seen Triple H, and I've been waiting for them to face off, and they finally did. And when they looked at each other, I was like, they're both the same people to me. Like,
but now you know what's crazy? The first in this match, though, the first glorious DDT, Shin kicked out at 2, and I thought Bobby was going to win then. And then he applied not a full Boston Crab, it was more like a half crab. Well, anyways, Nakamura starts screaming as he got closer and closer to the rope before having to break it. And then that's when Bobby Roode got him with that second glorious DDT, bro.
Which
1, 2, 3.
And the crowd popped for a bad guy to win the world championship.
That fucking place loved Bobby Roode. When I tell you the star momentum he had, It's fucking incredible.
I miss these days.
Like, I honestly don't know how he wasn't more.
I wish, bro, on everything, I wish we would have reviewed these shows at the time and you were watching at the time, because I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to be one of those guys, but you missed out so much on 5 glorious years.
No, I agree with you. I'm really starting to realize that.
Like, luckily for you, though, we can review it and we can talk about it. So it's still a good thing.
And how's everything going with you? I'm doing pretty good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. But I would give this show, honestly, a 4 out of 5. Besides that women's match, it was everything else I really enjoyed. Personally.
I would agree 4 out of 5. For me, though, it was the women's match I didn't like, and then the first match. And, bro, as being honest, I like War Games, but I don't want it every year. I miss the old school Survivor Series teams like Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff, Brock Lesnar and Team Angle. We need that, Brock. I
miss those days.
I kind of dig War Games more.
Me too.
And I'm going to tell you why. Survivor Series was always like a forgotten stepchild to the WWE, especially in the later years, like 2010 all the way to 2020. No, 2019 was an exception. But fucking for that span of time, there was not a lot of good Survivor Series. It was the big four that everybody would skip on. And I can honestly tell you that since they put the War Games match into it, I've been a lot more interested.
2019 has to be one of my favorite Survivor Series. Like, that Survivor Series had NXT, Raw, SmackDown. They had, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's the greatest ever, but to me, it's one of the top 5s.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a perfect show in ways. Keith Lee, Roman face to face, and then you got, I think it was the Fiend at the time against Bryan. I believe it was Bryan and the Fiend.
Like, Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Out of the 2010s, the only 2 Survivor Series I can tell you that I liked was 2015 with Ziggler, and then 2019 with Keith Lee and Roman Reigns in them.
You mean 2014? Are you talking about when Ziggler was the final in the Survivor?
Yeah, Sting debuted.
Yeah, that's 2014. That was Sting.
2014.
I was in 10th grade at that time, and I was at my buddy's house. We marked out when we seen Sting. Like, we marked out.
But other than that, bro, can you name me any other Survivor Series at that time you cared for?
I enjoyed 2009 with Batista destroying Ray, and then Shawn Michaels super kicking Triple H. Like, there was some. It would be that one, 2014.
Wait, no, I thought he betrayed. Ray at Bragging Rights.
Oh wait, no, but he faced him, is what I mean. He destroyed him in a match in his hometown, and the whole crowd was behind Batista. Like, they were chanting, "One more spear, one more spear."
Damn.
They hated Ray worse than the Rumble.
And bro, and I guess that's because they knew he was a deadbeat dad.
Father.
What?
But yeah, man, honestly, this was a good episode of NXT. San Antonio delivered a great show.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. And see, and then I don't know. After last week, I'm not really expecting anything too much out of tomorrow.
3 more weeks of 2 or 3 hours, and then we get to 2 hours, thankfully.
Whew. True. But, bro, you're going to miss 3-hour Monday Night Raws. I'm already going to tell you.
I'm really not, bro. It's too much. It's too long. Like, I wish the shit was just... I wish it started for 7 for me and be done at 9. Like you. Lucky you.
Oh, it's kind of nice.
Lucky you, I bet. But for me, it's going to be still 10 o'clock. That's not too bad.
But now, thankfully, for me it's 7 to 9. For you, it's 8 to 10. But right now, for me, it's 7 to 10, and you 8 to 11.
But we still have really good views for some reason on Raw nights. I don't know what it is.
That's
That's 11
because
o'clock for me.
that's because Monday Night Raw is the main show in wrestling right now. You look at what everybody's watching; it's mostly Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, true. I just think it's crazy because it's 11. It's 11 o'clock. Most people go to sleep or work and stuff, and they're watching us. I appreciate it. I just think it's crazy.
True, and um,
Hopefully,
but
the
you
show's
got.
good tomorrow. That's the last thing I'm gonna say.
I agree, but you got anything else, good brother?
Like I said, we appreciate you guys for everything you've done. You've helped us out so much on this journey, and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
So
And you
we'll
know
see you
what
guys
that said?
tomorrow for Monday Night Raw.
Yes, sir. With that said, we're gonna take one final hit. Fuck it. Joe, buddy, this is some good shit. All right, we're
Are you talking
gonna
about the wax, or are you talking about this?
both.
Okay.
Um, just the wax just so happens to be, um, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a woman. Sometimes you can't take your eyes off the wax.
True that. True that. That's all we gotta say.
Like Joe, you ever just seen a pretty ass dab?
Yeah, I love wax. I love weed.
You see
That's
that?
holy. That looks like a freaking. What's it called? It's like a meme with Adam Sandler in it, and he has like a wax little wand. It looks just like that.
Huh.
I
Well,
gotta send it to you because I've seen it all over social media.
well, Joe, all I know is this shit is about to get you right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow hopefully is gonna be a good show because we're on the road to Bad Blood. CM Punk is back.
Bro, and he's got to kick Drew McIntyre's ass.
He does, man, and he's gonna get his chance inside Hell in the
In
Cell.
a cell.
And that's gonna be I cannot wait. That is your main event right there. It has to be.
Joe, what if it's what started the show?
I would not start off that. That is one of the hottest feuds in the company. Probably the hottest feud.
I agree with you. It has the most, like, bro. We're in the middle of September. They've been feuding since January.
Since November, bro, when Punk first returned. Remember, Drew flipped out and left the freaking building?
Oh, yeah, he did.
So it's been going on since then.
So for almost a full calendar year.
Like, this is awesome storytelling. I don't care if I'm called a mark or not. This is great shit.
Like, honestly, the two greatest stories in wrestling right now have been Hangman and Swerve and CM Punk and Drew.
And then you got the Bloodline, and none of it's involving titles. All of it's just personal feuds, which I love.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes it the best shit.
I agree.
And here we go, Joe. Here we go.
But since Brandon's taking that hit, I'm going to tell you guys to leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow night following Raw. And like I said, we appreciate you guys so much, honestly. While my brother's over there dying.